Hello, everybody. This is Queen Lenora.
And Princess Aviana.
Do you hear? There you go. Okay, so today's topic on the Love and Live show is friends. Do you really need them? Do you really want them? Is it necessary? Why should we have friends? Good question. So the reason I decided to do this one is because my daughter was just talking to me about it. And I just want to give my insight before I go ahead and talk to her about what she might think about friends, or maybe she has questions. We don't know. We'll see. So everybody understand, friendship is a two-way street. And some people might give more of themselves than others. And people are different. And what I realized and I paid attention to is that people have this mindset of if they don't do it, or if they do certain things a certain way, that everybody else is going to do it. And that's not true. We are all different. I don't care if we're raised in the same house, with the same parents, same family members. We're each individual people, and we are all different. And so I'm looking at the camera and I realize I'm looking down, so I need to look up. Sorry. So my thing is, are you a friend that's going to respect that your friend might be totally different, that might not be like you, don't have the same mindset as you? I mean, there's some things you guys might have some similar qualities, but then there's going to be some things that you guys do not have similarities about. And are you willing to work in a friendship? Because a friendship, to me, I tell people, it's like a whole nother marriage. It's a marriage in itself to have a friendship. There's going to be times that person makes you mad, angry, and you're going to love them all. It's a whole emotional thing. And do you have any thing that will break that friendship? What can knock that friendship out the ballpark? Like, pew! What is going to destroy that friendship? Do you have any of those limitations? Because sometimes we go, oh, this is my best friend, and nothing can ever break us apart. And then they do something, and I don't like that person. That person get on my nerves. And I know it's mainly females, but I know some men have issues too. But I know more of the pettiness usually comes from the females. Not saying men don't be petty. I'm just saying, from my experience as a woman of having male friends and having female friends, I find there's more pettiness in a female friendship than it is in a male. Male friendships are cool. They lay back and they tell you like it is. You know, you're going to let it I can't even talk. If you're going to let a guy dog you, don't be coming to me, because you see how I do these women. So if you don't want it, you know how to hold yourself like a woman. You know, I had all those type of talks and conversations. So I didn't have all the drama. Didn't mean I didn't have drama in my relationships. I just didn't have all the many dramas that my friends had. So that's my opinion. I just feel everybody's different, and you gotta realize with each person what qualities you can hang with and what qualities you can't. And sometimes we have 3 or 4 different friends, and they each hold a piece, so that one person can't tell your whole life story. They all have to come together and sit down and talk to tell your whole life story, because each person has a different quality. I have friends that I know don't keep a secret, so they don't never have to worry about me telling them anything that's secret. You know, I have friends that just lie. That's what they do. Every time I turn around, it's another lie. So I know that's what they do. I have friends that talk about me. That's what they have this thing about talking about me. I don't know why, but they do. I don't know. But they say they love me. So I mean, who am I to say they don't love me? And my mind is weird, but doesn't mean it doesn't happen. So that's how I feel. Anyway, how do you feel, Princess Aviana?
I feel like my mom said, most girls are very petty when it comes to friendships, and if something happens, they're most likely to be petty. And I feel like I've had female friends, and it's like, it was a while ago, but when I did have female friends, they were all jealous, and they were all like competing. They were like, why does she have this, and why does she have this, or like, why is her hair curly, why are her eyes round? And it's like, well, why does that really matter? And so I just felt like I don't really want like friends, because my mom, she's like, you need to communicate with more people, because I don't really try to get friends. I'm not really the type of person that thinks I need friends, because I have my family and I have Yahweh. And they just like, my mom was like, you need to start communicating with people. And I was like, and I was just telling her in the car, I was like, Mom, I know you're gonna say that I need to start communicating with people, but I don't want friends, because like she said, she has friends that talk about her and that lie, and I really don't want to go through that. And I feel like if someone talks about me, I feel like I'm all that. So if someone talks about me, I just be like, well, thank you for, you know, for letting me know that I'm always on your mind, you know. And she's like, oh, and she thinks everything's funny. So I just feel like I don't want girlfriends or female friends. I most likely want male friends, but I'm scared to have male friends too, because my brothers, they'll be like, oh, is that your boyfriend? And then they try to beat him up and stuff like that, and I don't want to go through that. But I just like she said, females are very petty, and I feel like I can be petty too, to get friends. And that's how I feel about friends.
And that's true. And people have those things in their concern, and I think we shouldn't think like that. I think just like a relationship, like I tell my kids, hold on. Just like I tell my kids, you know, don't jump into a relationship. Date more than one person. I know nowadays people don't date. They just jump in the world and decide they want to be in a relationship. But I'm like, you can stop a lot of pettiness in dating, or a lot of drama, or a lot of stuff, if you date more than one person. And that's the same thing with friends. It's like, if you have friends, have a whole bunch and take it as is. This is an associate. This is the person I can kick it with to do this thing. This is the person I can kick it with this thing. And then if the dynamics of the friendship starts turning, you probably won't have an issue with the dynamics turning into a friendship, because you probably won't even know that you guys are friends at the time, because you'll be thinking we just been kicking it and you're not considering a friend. But then, to me, what makes a good friend is if I can argue with you and have a big falling out, and then we get back together and we still talking. I think that's there. I think there's going to be always moments in your life where your friends are going to talk about you and you're going to talk about your friends, especially when you guys are mad at each other. If you guys are arguing and mad, best believe you're going to talk. And it don't have to be in a negative way, but your opinion is going to be negative. Like, no, she said blah, 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 blah. And then in her mind, you're like, no, she going to come at me like this, and then she going to smack her lips. And you could be smacking your lips because you had a piece of candy in your mouth. People have argued over the stupidest stuff and found out they was arguing over two different conversations. That's why communication is a key to a friendship, to a relationship, to any dynamic, to a mother and daughter relationship, to a father and daughter, brother and sister. Those are all dynamic conversations that are very important. I don't have no water. I don't know. So it happens when you do a video in a car. But I think for you, Princess Aviana, don't look at it as going into a friendship. Look at it, oh, this girl is fun to kick it with. This girl I like watching movies with. This girl I like going to the park and we water fight with. And have those. And then the more you hang out with them, you'll either know if you like them or not. And if you choose not to like them, then stop talking to them. Don't be available to do stuff with them. You don't have to be like, we can't be friends. Just distance yourself from that person and see where it goes from there. Because what people don't understand is you don't got to be rude or mean or do all the spiteful things that everybody else is doing. So you don't have to be petty like somebody else. If you're mad about a certain thing, stay focused on what you're mad about. Don't look at all the past stuff. Well, the reason I feel this way, because back in the day, you did blah, 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 blah. And I think that's what tears a friendship up. And that's how I look at it. My life, I have journeys of having different friendships. And they end different ways. And sometimes they just go on breaks. And then we get back together and find out we're close. There's people that didn't like me but wanted to be my friend, I think because I had a vehicle or whatever the case may be. I have friends that truly, truly love me and have dogged me, and I just couldn't take it, so I ended that relationship. So there's so many different types of ways to do things. You don't have to deal with what you see me go through or what you see somebody else go through. You just have what you want to deal with. And you have every right to choose and pick what you want to deal with. You don't have to deal with what I deal with. You deal with what you want to deal with. You have a limit. If your limit is this big, that's fine. If you have this much of a limit, that's fine. But it's up to what you can handle, not what everybody else can handle. And look at any relationship, friendship, relationship with a guy, a girl, any relationship, families or whatever. Be open-hearted. Because my thing is, I tell people is, you don't want to be judged, but we as a human race want to judge everybody else. So I want to judge what you're thinking. Oh, I would never put my clothes on, or put my shoes in somebody's floor like that. That was being disrespectful. That's why I don't think we should be friends, because she don't put her shoes over there. Who does that? Who does that? Well, they probably do. And that's why you go, honey, don't put your shoes like that. Put it like this over here, because I can't do it. But people don't. We just go off of, because we do it, and you got all these people that agree with you and do it your way, that's how we feel is the same thing, and it's not. And that's where we want to change that, be more of a positive influence. I was a negative friend, and I could tell you about yourself in a quick second. I'll cuss you out and tell you about yourself and keep it kicking. And as long as I got it out my mouth, I was cool. But how many scars did I leave? And that's the thing is, I don't want to leave any scars. Even if I don't want to be friends with you anymore, I don't want to leave scars. I don't want to be a person that helps damage you anymore. So I try not to be petty. I try not to be a person of that. Not saying I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. But I know in my mind that you can either leave a scar, you can help mend them, or you can just disappear and it doesn't matter. And that's how I look at it. It's like, I no longer tell people, you ain't my friend no more. I just stopped talking to you. And when I see you, I'm going to embrace you and love you. And people call that fake. And I'm like, you can call it whatever you want, but this is me. If you want to call it fake, that's on you. I don't want to hurt anybody. You know what I mean? My thing is to encourage and lift up. And if I feel like I no longer can encourage and lift you up, then I don't need to be nowhere near you. And that's how you look. Looking positive. Because the world is so negative, we don't need to add any more negativity. We need to figure out how can we bring positivity to the world. And that's why Love and Live is such an important message for me. And the reason I have it as the Love and Live show is because it's about loving and living each day as if it were your last. So it doesn't matter. Because my thing is, say you get mad at your cousin, who's your best friend. She's your sister, your best friend, your cousin, right? Mm-hmm. And you guys are angry and you say those horrible words, I hate you, and da-da-da-da. And then she get hit by a car and die. That was your last words. When you could be like, I'm mad at you right now, and I'm not going to talk to you at this moment. I love you, but I'm not going to talk to you right now. I'm mad. Let me breathe. So even if she died, she knows that your last words was, I love you. No matter what, I love you. You know what I mean? It's a way more positive. I mean, either way it goes, you could be hurt, but at least you could think about it at the end as, at least I told her I love her. I might have been mad, but I told her I love her, and I just didn't want to talk right now. You know what I mean? Or what if she's on the verge of wanting to kill herself? And because people who are on the verge of wanting to kill themselves always do something to piss people off, you go, well, you know what? I love you, and I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm here for you. If you need to talk to me, I am here. No matter what's going on in your life, I love you. But right now, you're taking whatever anger out on me, and I don't want to deal with it right now. So when you're ready to talk to me, I am available for you. I love you. You don't have to be mean to me. I'm here for you. And then if that person dies then, or they kill themselves, you know you left the door open for them to come talk to you. You know what I mean? And that's, I think like that, because people go, I don't care if that person died. When they die, they're the first ones crying. But you said you didn't care if they died, because it's not true. You're angry at that moment. And as that anger, yeah, you don't care what happened to them at that moment until it happens. And it's like, because you don't think it would happen. So you can say, I don't care, because you don't think it's going to happen. As I said, I always treat everybody loving kindness, because at the end of the day, if they died or anything happened to them, they go in the hospital, anything happens to you, you don't want that to be on your conscience. You got it? Mm-hmm. Anything else you want to say?
Nope.
You sure? Because friendship is a bond. It's like a sisterhood. I'm closer to a lot of my friends than I am to any of my family members. So Not to any, because I'm closer to my husband and my kids and my mama. But we go outside of that, I'm closer to a lot of my friends. They're like sisters. So think about that before you go, I don't want to have friends. Just know you ain't got to rush into nothing. It can take you 4 years before you go, that's my best friend. It can take you 4 years before you say, that's my friend. I have a person that I just found out. My niece had to tell me that we had been friends for a year. And I was like, really? Yeah, so that's your best friend? I'm like, no. We ain't been through nothing for us to be best. Well, that's your friend. No, it's been a year. Yeah, we ain't there yet. So remember that. Friendship is awesome. Are you a friend or a foe? Or are you both? Can you actually start turning around and giving people an uplifting word regardless how mad you are at them? Because at the end of the day, why you gotta be ugly and mean? You're too beautiful. Remember how beautiful you are. You don't have to stoop to ugliness. Because remember, we are about loving and living each day as if it was our last. So remember that and have a great day. Smooches. Yahweh blesses you.